Hi and welcome to this video. I'm iHanna and I do crafty stuff as well as lots of artsy stuff. So I'm really glad you clicked play on this video and you're curious about this little unofficial haul or whatever I should call it. This summer my brother cleared out his childhood stuff, and to my surprise he had been collecting stamps, postal stamps, just like an amateur from a kid's perspective, and he was ready to chuck it all out into the bin, thinking it wasn't worth anything. But I intervened and brought it all with me here. I need paper like I need a hole in my head. So let's take a look at what we found. I just grabbed everything, so I thought I'd just take a look at it with you guys and see what we got. It's a lot. It's a lot. Not very sorted. I mean, he has these two albums that I guess are kind of the start of it. So I'm definitely going to keep this one, the black little one, and put my favorites in. And maybe... Oh my goodness! Oh well. I don't know what I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna move this to the side and start with the... I don't know. Should we start with the unsorted stuff or the... I don't know. I'm gonna make a mess. This is full. I had stamps because my mom had a friend who sold stamps, used stamps for collectors, and the ones that wasn't worth anything she gave to me. And I loved getting those little like paper bag bundles with stamps because they're great for collages. They're like super cute little miniature artworks. Oh, this is an Easter one, so cute. So what shall we do with all of these? I don't know. I think I'll just sort the ones that I'm not interested in keeping and make a little pile of cute ones that might go into artwork. I mean, I've used these on DIY postcards for the swap that I host on my blog, that you're most welcome to check out in case you are interested in mail art and want some happy mail this fall. So used stamps that are already cancelled are great to use on the front of them. I will try to link the blog post where I did this. I made like a entire postcard filled with cancelled stamps, like a little, and I call them like mini art galleries, because it looked like a wall with little framed art pieces, and I really enjoyed that and getting to use lots of stamps. These are the kinds I like most: animals and nature and fruits, and less so the glorified kings and queens and dictators of the world that have been made into stamps and sometimes find their way into collections. And of course modern, a little bit modern illustrations as well. I like those, and yeah, so many cool stamps, isn't there? I'd love to know if you have a collection or if you would grab a bag like this if you saw it at a flea market. I have so far never ever seen cancelled postal stamps at a normal flea market. Sometimes they have them at antique shops, but then they're in plastic sleeves, like 10 crowns for 2, and that's not in my budget. I want to pay 50 cents for a bag like this, and I've never ever found that. So I'm so glad I got to save these from the landfill. What's in this one? I thought I'd do this video like a bit organized and thoughtful, but these are not real postal stamps. These are like sticker sheets, but really cute. Definitely keeping these. Oh, we have several. That's good find. Super cute. You could cut them out individually or just use them, and they're perforated to be probably even has the lick and glue on them to be made to decorate envelopes. I like those. And then what is this? Some old envelopes that does not have even a slightest stamp on it. Oh, what are these? Oh, these are also stickers. Lick and stick sheets. They're made by an organization that are for people who has cancer. So little cute ones, definitely keepers, or we'll add these into ephemera packs when I make those for my shop. Love that. So cute. Yes, I'm definitely going to make some ephemera packs from these, because in case you want the King of Sweden or his queen when they were quite a bit younger than they are right now, you might want to grab one of those, because I definitely am not keeping all of these. Oh my goodness, he was young there. Anyway, here he is a little bit later with glasses. So this is like a timeline. Yeah, I'm already overwhelmed. Let me think. After a bit of sorting and spreading out even more stamps on my table here, I went ahead and sorted away the envelopes for keeping and using for some bookbinding project probably. I mean, some of them just have stamps and are not as fun as these older ones. I mean, look at this one. It just looks 100 years old with the tape, but it's not, of course. And this one has like a striped pattern inside that I could use in collage. So I'm just putting these to the side, and I'm going to sort through my piles here. So let's see. And I mean, did you see this box? It's blue and it has glitter in it. Oh my goodness. So happy to find that with 2 lids. Even I just need 1 lid, but for now I have 2. So it's like the perfect storage box. So definitely a keeper for me. And yeah, let's do some sorting. I mean, most of these are from Sweden. They are not super old, and they're not unique or worth anything. Most of them have probably been collected by people we know, or gifted, or I mean, you can tell these ones have been lovingly collected from my dad's work. He's brought these home to his son, and mom has done the same from her job at a time when offices even got stamped envelopes with stamps on. So that's really cute and sweet. And this is some of the it's not everything, but I mean, you're supposed to put them in water and remove the backing so that you just have the stamp left, and then you're supposed to sort them into collections and albums like this. But I guess after you have 10 of the most common ones, you just tire. And me and my brother is not known for our patience. But he did a good job for a few of them, so... Or maybe mom helped. I don't know, or maybe it was dad. Maybe he was the one who got him into collecting these. I don't know. I never collected stamps. When I was a kid, I collected everything else, including napkins, scrap die cuts, paper dolls, clippings from magazines, just to mention the ephemera stuff. And memories and notebooks and pens and pencils, and wrote in my diary up until now. So yeah, this is a good start to keep them here, I guess. Then there are a lot of empty pages and work to be done if you want to be a fancy collector, but I guess that's not in my book. I wanted to use my stamps. So here is the Swedish King again, I think most of these. And then Niente. Yeah. So I guess you could put these in here if you wanted to. But it's like more of a showing off album than a... So maybe I could use it for something else. So if you have an idea on what to use an album like this for, let me know. And I'm gonna get to some sorting. And I mean, what's another envelope? Oh, and this one has stamps inside it. I had this idea the other day that I was going to make a book for a friend who is American but loves Sweden very, very much. So like a junk journal with Swedish ephemera, and these would be perfect for that. So maybe I should create a couple of those books, but that's far away because I have lots of other projects. But I could do like a pile for stamps that I would want to use in a junk journal, both as like decorations on some of the pages and as well as adding in ephemera into my pockets. I always make like a little pocket in my notebooks that I make, like that, and I put some stuff in to go with the journal that I'm selling or making. Pretty and colorful ones that I want to make something for myself there. And as I'm working on my 365 collages, I'm probably gonna keep this as well and add just to a square background and make a collage with envelope bits as well. Maybe I'll even have enough for 7 of them or even more. I don't know. So let's make a pile of leftovers. And so foreign. And the king. Should we just put him in a pile for himself? Or Samloven. What you see on the Swedish stamp. Italia. So this is my pile for just regular Swedish, quite boring stamps. And this is the one I'm gonna make to make Swedish postcards. This is my colorful do something special pile with. And this I don't even know. And this is the royalty from Sweden. So I'm just looking at them and seeing if I like the idea of them. This is a boat and this is something musical. So I like that one, putting it there. I like the colors of this one, even though I don't know what it is supposed to look like. I don't know. Boat trip. Timbering. And these I like. Bit of a Christmas feel. Oh, and she's tatting. That's really cool. So yeah, this is gonna take forever. So I'm sorry I dragged you guys into this. Do you like looking at this? I don't know if you would enjoy a video of me showing 1,000 stamps. And this is like a sword, and this is a very common one for like 1 cent, I think. So it's going in this pile. Here's an España. Putting that to that pile. All this from a theater, so I like that one. This is from Denmark, so we have Scandinavia, other countries. I like the bear, even though this was super common as well. I've seen this 1,000 times. But I still like him. Here are a couple of more that I really like. Some very Swedish color with some writing on. This fantasy animal, really cute. Random one that's not a stamp because it doesn't have the country or anything, but it's just a decoration on an envelope. Rare and fun find. Here is the king again, and with his daughter, as they in 1980 changed the succession order. So the king doesn't have any real power in Sweden. He's like a representation, and together with his family. And when his firstborn was a girl, they decided to change the succession order. So she is next in line to be the Queen of Sweden. She's my age, but this was when she was crowned. So, oh, I love this one. It has a quote about sexuality. It's Elise Ottensen Jensen. A little tiny stamp with a quote. I wish they'd made more like that. Random Hill. And this one was folded together like a little secret. But those are just regular stamps. So that's my sorting, and I've also made a pile for Christmas stamps because I might do a Christmas book again. So those are my piles. It took me quite a bit to go through all of these little artworks, little postal stamps, mostly from Sweden, and sort them into different piles for keeping and giving away and using in different projects that I'm working on here on my desk. But I don't mind that. I really enjoyed looking at all of these tiny little artworks. I mean, most of these I've seen before. They're very common. I'm just enjoying myself. I sped this part up so you don't have to look at it all, but I took it slow. I looked at all the bits. I tore out some papers. I just enjoyed myself today. So that's why I made the video and filmed it all, because I really wanted to share these little bits with you. I've written several blog posts years ago about my love of mail art and such, and even made a book that is called DIY Postcard Ideas. So you can check that out on my blog in case you also are into postal stamps, making postcards, getting happy mail, enjoying ephemera like this. I really hope you will check it out. I'll just keep on sorting because this is, it seems like a never-ending story. I still have lots to go, but I have emptied this container, this envelope, and maybe half of the big envelope. So I'm just gonna stop filming the sorting here because I need to deal with my piles that are toppling over after having been sorting for over an hour or maybe two. I don't know. I didn't look at the clock, and I've had lunch in between. So, but these are the royals, except for this one. I don't know. It's in the wrong pile. It's supposed to go there. This is the pile of the stamps that I'm personally keeping for my collection. I found some really cute ones. The colorful ones are, yes, of course, in my pile. But I mean, I also like these kind of monochromatic images, prints that were made into stamps so many years and probably still are, and some special ones that I just found one copy of, a pink one that I also could have wished to have found 10 of. Instead I found a lot of horses, and I don't know, I'm saving the animals and the flowers and a few of the ones that look vintage. I found a frog one and this owl, which I also wouldn't have found several of, but you know how it is. Your favorites you find one of. And then these are the discard pile, things and motifs that I'm not really interested in, or had a lot of, and the ones I'm gonna make into Swedish journals or postcards, just celebrating all things Swedish some fun ones with the moose and things like this, and some of these ones that are more artistic but really beautiful. So yeah, that is that pile. So, and I found these envelopes that I'm not going to go through, which are probably from like these are some Christmas ones probably. Yeah, so something like that is going into my Christmas pile. God jul means Merry Christmas in Swedish. So there are religious motifs and some old Swedish Christmas decorations like that. And those are going into the Christmas box for Christmas journals. And here we have the other countries, mostly Spain and some France and some Poland and Ellinika, which is Greece, Demokratia. Anyway, yeah, quite a few from Greece and some other countries in this pile. So these are just bunched together, so I'm gonna sort the ones that I want to keep, which are the fun ones with interesting motifs on, and these are the Scandinavian ones, Suomi, and which is Finland, Denmark, and such. Just a very small pile of those. And those are, oh yeah, this is my trash pile, which is not trash. I'm definitely going to make a collage, and I'm definitely going to be keeping this for a bit and making art collages with brown paper and old envelopes. So you can look for that on my blog, which you can subscribe to via email. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see what I make with this pile, or maybe even some journals in the future, but those are far away because I'm a slow maker. And that's it for today. I'll probably just store all of my bits in this box, because I cannot imagine going through all of these and sorting them into albums, because why would I, when I'm just going to be rummaging looking for a particular one that I'm going to decorate a journal page. For example, something like this with little tiny pages of old envelopes that I think wallpaper bits. Yeah, so this is still blank, made it a couple of years ago, so I need to play in it. Definitely something like these could go in there. So that's it for today. Please add your comment below and tell me about your postal stamp collections and what do you do with all of these. Thanks so much for watching, giving this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now!